The woman threw her baby's used diaper into the sea, only to find an unexpected reward. The smell of the feces attracted countless hungry fish. This sight made the woman, who had been starving for days, unable to resist getting closer. She extended her hands to embrace them and even tapped on the container to lure them in. However, she soon realized it was a vain effort. She then crafted a simple fishing net, hoping for some success, but ended up catching nothing. Despite this, she refused to give up on the chance of survival. She prepared to strike again, and after spotting her target, threw her harpoon decisively. She repeated this process multiple times, but always returned empty-handed. The woman was convinced that with the right technique, success was inevitable. But reality quickly taught her a lesson. Every time she threw the harpoon, she felt confident, only to learn that the fish were not as naive as she had hoped. After a whole day with no catch, she was exhausted. Suddenly, clutching her rumbling stomach, she realized that days without food had caused her stomach to revolt. Although she knew the distance was vast, she understood that without trying, she would never know the outcome. So, she climbed through a gap in the container to get inside and, using brute force, smashed a television. After removing a shattered screen, she quickly fashioned a makeshift signal mirror. In her haste, a protruding piece of metal cut a deep gash in her thigh, but she ignored the bleeding wound and hurriedly held up the screen to reflect sunlight and attract a plane. However, this method proved too naive. Not only did it fail to save her, but she also ended up with more injuries. Ultimately, she had to return to the container, dismantle the television, and retrieve another essential part. During this process, she also took a moment to comfort her baby. Seeing the child's innocent face gave her the courage to take a large swig of strong liquor, and in the moment her brain was distracted, she used the alcohol to clean her wound. The intense pain made her cry out, but after preparing thoroughly, she took out the needle and thread she had prepared earlier and began to stitch up the gash in her thigh. With her wound treated, she put her initial failures behind her and made a fishnet from the trash in the container. This time, the result was surprisingly good. As the feces on the baby's diaper dispersed, it instantly attracted countless fish. Watching the food in the water finally take the bait, she quickly scooped up the fish with her net. Finally, she had her first meal in 3 days. However, as the seawater continued to flow in through the holes, the water level in the container kept rising. She now needed to prepare an escape plan. If you want to see the next part, please like and subscribe to the channel so you can get immediate notifications.